This will be good training!
Chapter 8, Voice of Rage!
Good job. Sakura, we'll make our assault using the button hook entry.
Yes, sir.
Whoa!
Let's go, Naruto.
On it!
Our guests will be arriving soon, my man.
Which one is the nine-tailed Jinchuriki? I'm eager to see him.
No, we're too late. Now then, which one of you would be the Jinchuriki?
Gaara! What have you done to Gaara? You're gonna pay for this!
That would be him, then.
I think you're correct. I doubt you want to hear this, but I'll just go ahead and say it anyway. I think I'll take care of the Jinchuriki.
Look, our quota is one apiece. Don't push your luck, Deidara.
An artist must always seek ever greater stimulation to keep his senses. Rumor has it the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki is pretty powerful. See you around, my man.
Where do you think you're going?
Naruto just can't stop. Naruto and I will handle the one outside. Sakura. But please, don't do anything rash until Team Guy arrives.
You got it.
Give Gaara back!
You're quite an unusual Jinchuriki. I thought you were all sullen loners who didn't care about anyone else. And this Gaara is a rare breed as well. I've never heard of a Jinchuriki being cared for by others so much. You can't forsake one of your own kind, can you? You feel connected to this pathetic creature. Gaara ceased to exist after the One Tail was extracted. And soon the same thing will happen to you.
If Gaara's gone, you're gonna pay!
For the Nine Tails Jinchuriki, you sure are full of spunk. But if you can't catch me, you're all talk.
You! I'll never forgive you! Never!
I wasn't in time. Maybe we should go back and help Sakura. No, I can't let Naruto fall into Akatsuki hands. I better hurry.
That Deidara makes things difficult.
I can tell just by looking at him the incredible difference in our battle experience and the devastation he's caused.
Sakura, do not fear. I am here with you. First of all, we have to force Sasori out of his shell.
Lady Chiyo, what do you mean? That guy isn't Sasori?
What you see there is not Sasori's real body. That's merely a puppet. The real Sasori is hiding inside that puppet. That puppet serves as his armor and his weapon as well. Sakura, if we are to beat Sasori, we'll first have to... It will require enormous power, which I simply do not have. But Sakura, you have that strength. The monstrous strength of Lady Tsunade has been passed on to you.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Aren't you ready yet? I thought I told you how much I hate waiting.
Relax. We'll be sure to kill you quickly.
Ready when you are. Where's Sasori's real body?
Stay alert, Sakura. Sasori is right in front of you.
I never thought anyone could break Hiruko.
Playtime is over. Prepare to...
So, do you still think this'll be easy?
Lady Chio, is that person there the real Sasori?
I don't understand. Your face is exactly the same. You haven't aged.
Let me show you something special. This piece was particularly difficult to acquire. But on the other hand, that's what makes me so fond of him.
No, that can't be.
What's impossible?
It's him. It's the third Kazekage.
Well...
I better take out that Jinchuriki before Kakashi catches up.
Why don't you stop running and face me like a man?
You're quite an unusual Jinchuriki. To date, we've destroyed 2 Jinchuriki, not including him, of course. But nobody ever tried to save them from us before. Not a single friend or neighbor came to their aid. In fact, it seemed like most people were happy to be rid of them. It must be the same for you, right?
You! I'll shut you up for good!
Sounds like fun. Let's go.
Dynamic entry! Whirlwind! Leap whirlwind! Dynamic entry! You can leap whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! You can't escape! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! Leap whirlwind! You can't escape! You can't escape! Leap whirlwind! You can't escape! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! Leap whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! You can't escape! You can't escape! Leave Whirlwind! Leave Whirlwind! This is bad. This is bad. You can't escape! You can't escape! Leave Whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Leave Whirlwind! You can't escape! You can't escape! You can't escape! Leave Whirlwind! You can't escape! The next one's left. Leave Whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Leave Whirlwind! This is bad. Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry! Leave Whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Leave Whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Leave Whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Leave Whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry! Leave Whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Leave Whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry! Leave Whirlwind! You can't escape! Dynamic entry! The next one's fast! The next one's fast! Leave Whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry! It's an explosion! Leave Whirlwind! The next dynamic entry! It's an explosion! The next one's fast! Dynamic entry! Leave Whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Leave Whirlwind! It's an explosion! Dynamic entry! Leave Whirlwind! Dynamic entry!
I wanted to see what he's made of, but he's better than I expected. I'm almost out of detonating clay. Guess I'll have to wrap this up.
You gonna give Gara back? Huh?
Think you've won? Think again!
What?
You're even weaker than this Jinchuriki Gara you're so concerned about. I was going easy on you. Couldn't you tell? You want revenge? If you're willing to die for Gaara, you can catch up with him in the grave. A little Jinchuriki reunion.
All right, that does it!
Kakashi caught up. I have to find a way to separate them.
Hold on, Naruto. Don't stray too far from me.
Stay out of this, Sensei! I'm gonna beat this guy and take back Gaara!
Listen, you've got to calm down. You can't do this on your own.
He's right. You're too weak to get your friend back.
Bring it on and we'll find out!
Naruto, I'm telling you to wait! Don't worry. We will get Gaara back.
But how?
Listen up. I've got a plan.
This will be good training!
Chapter 9! Enter Sasori!
You... I can't believe you assassinated the third Kazekage, too.
Third Kazekage? What does that mean?
It's been over 10 years since the third Kazekage suddenly disappeared from the village without a trace. Sasori, it was you!
So the retired old woman has come all the way here.
My own grandson. It's bad enough you got yourself mixed up with evil people. But to think you could betray your own village and meddle with a Kazekage for the third time.
Third time?
Orochimaru may have been the one behind Gaara's father, the fourth Kazekage's disappearance, but Sasori was complicit from the beginning. And now he's taken Gaara, and the third Kazekage too.
Wait a minute. I wasn't involved with the fourth Kazekage incident. That was all the doing of one of my agents. It's true that Orochimaru and the Akatsuki have some history. We've done some work together.
Orochimaru? You worked with Orochimaru?
Enough talk. Shall we begin?
Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! Leap whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Let's see you dodge this! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! Leap whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! Let's see you dodge this! Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry!
Not bad, little girl. This is starting to get messy. Guess I better play my next hand.
That puppet. You're going to use the third Kazekage's jutsu, aren't you?
Brings back memories, huh? This jutsu is the reason the third is held as the most powerful ninja the sand has ever known.
What is he talking about?
The Iron Sand. The third had a special physical constitution that allowed him to convert his infused chakra into It can mold particles of iron sand into any shape or weapon, forming the perfect weapon for every situation.
I don't understand. That thing's still just a puppet, right?
This is more than just a puppet. It's a human puppet. Sasori can use the same jutsu as the person from whom it was made.
Well said, Granny. So basically, you're finished.
Sakura, get out of here while you still can. There is no...
Too bad. I'm not letting anyone out of here.
Iron sand, scattered showers!
Well, look at that. Those
They should. They're the first ones you ever made. They're the father.
But they're useless now. You can't even move a finger.
Sakura, get out of here now. I'll do what I can with these old...
There must be something that I can do. There is something.
What are you doing, Sakura? Hurry!
No, I refuse to run. I'm not gonna lose to Sasori. Lady Tsunade's unbending spirit has been drilled into me.
The third Kazekage's jutsu uses magnetic forces, which means iron and steel weapons won't work against it.
Then I'll fight with my bare hands, just like my teacher.
Unbending spirit? Give me a break. You're gonna...
Is that all you have to say? Well, now it's mine. Take this!
Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry! Whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry! Whirlwind! Leap whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! Leap whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! Leap whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry! Dodge this! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! Leap whirlwind! Leap whirlwind! Leap whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind! Dynamic entry! Dynamic entry! Leap whirlwind!
Whoa. Is that what you were talking about?
Yep, the new Sharingan.
Why didn't you use it before? You had plenty of chances!
I don't have as much chakra as you. It takes time. But I'm about ready. Let's get going, Naruto.